I'm good. We're staying in and staying cool, right?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. So, I'm very excited about this conversation today, not only because it's with a fellow Texan, but
Mhm.
you are the 2022 Questy Award winner of Best Email Marketing.
Yes,
And so I want to hear a little bit about that before we end. Oh, there's the award.
there it is.
And I'm noticing that you're very dressed up today. What's going on?
Well, questies are the besties, so I thought I would just start my wardrobe early and see what I'm going to wear. And if you haven't been to Travel Quest World, this would be Questy night.
Ooh, okay. I've got to start shopping. Yeah, you look fabulous.
Thank you, thank you. I'm
Yeah,
ready and excited for
yeah,
World this year.
yes. And they've announced that the cocktail party night, that Friday, that first night, we're having a purple party. So do you also have a purple outfit?
Not yet, but I did get my purple nail polish. This is pink, but I did buy some purple, so I'm getting
Oh,
ready.
okay.
I'm
Okay.
getting ready.
Okay. Well, Angela says is just anything purple, sunglasses, nail polish, whatever.
Oh yeah,
So,
my nails and toes are ready, but not the rest of me.
so in case no one knows, this is Rebecca Landry, the owner of Quality Travel. And Rebecca, you joined Travel Quest Network in February, actually on Valentine's Day of 2020.
I'm a heart baby. Oh,
And
that's so cool.
you are already one of our crown jewels, very upward trend for you.
Thank you.
And I was looking at your website, which I love. It's a great website, and there on the very front page it says, "We create, you celebrate." I just love that. I love that.
Thank you.
It just really kind of starts the excitement of
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going to come up with here.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I looked at your gallery. You have a lot of personal photos, which is great, of trips that you and your family have been on.
Yes.
It makes it look like you know what you're doing.
I I usually do, but if not, I fake it really well.
So, first of all, well, first let's talk about how did you get started in the travel business?
Okay, well, right before COVID, I actually moved to Texas from Oklahoma. I was a high school teacher for 25 years and I got married and moved to Frisco. And
Hmm.
my husband said, "You are not going to teach anymore," because I was an English teacher and it's like grading, grading, grading. And he's like, "We need to have a relationship, so go do something fun."
Ooh,
And I used to take students from my high school on trips every year. So I thought someday this is going to be my career. And so when I moved here 8 years ago, it became my career. And I went up to Main Street Travel, and Terry Denton hired me. I didn't know the first thing about being a travel agent. And Christy Rush was working in the office. She said, "Well, have a seat. Just come on in, have a seat, and I'll show you." So I watched her for about 9 months. Every time
wow.
she did a trip to Cancun, I was watching her. She did Fun Jet, so I would practice. And then she would do something to Australia or Hawaii, and I would just practice on my computer right next to her. And
Uh-huh.
she trained me. And then COVID hit. The Main Street Travel shut down, and we moved to Travel Quest and just kind of took off from there.
Wow. So you really had some good mentoring though in those 9 months.
Amazing mentoring, yes.
Yes, I know Christy, and she knows a lot about travel and
Yeah,
is a
she
very,
does.
very good advisor. Yes. So during that time, did you think about having a niche or focusing on one particular thing?
Well, to make money, I was an ACT tutor. The kids would come to my house all night, every night, and they would talk about their senior trips, and I was like, "Let me book that for you." So I did. I booked some senior trips from some
Mhm,
kids, I was tutoring, and
mhm,
then their parents, after they got back, they loved, using a travel agent. Most of them
mhm.
hadn't before, and so I got a lot of clients that way. So it was a lot of booking all inclusives to the DR or Jamaica or whatever. But groups is definitely my passion.
Okay.
So
Great. Great. Well, I also have a passion for groups.
I know you do, and I I use you as a mentor a lot too. So
I've discovered that the main difference in groups is that you do one particular step in the process, and
mhm,
it covers a whole lot of people, which
right,
is good. But
exactly.
if there's an error in there, it could be bad because it's just really magnified. So
Mhm.
you really have to watch yourself and be very conscious of what you're doing
Very,
with groups.
very meticulous. Yes.
Yes, yes.
I mean, it pays off really well, but there's always a lot of issues. So,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
that's kind of what I like. So,
Yeah, yeah.
like helping people.
Well, I wanted to ask you, since you won that award last year, have you made any changes in your email marketing?
Um, I try just to continue to follow Joshua's advice.
Mhm,
Feel
mm.
like he's the best at what
Yes.
he does. I will say it was very hard for me at first because I was an English teacher and a creative writing teacher. I want to make every sentence about a paragraph long, and I want to add adjectives and phrases and clauses, and
Yeah.
so I just have to. One thing Joshua taught me, I kind of made this an acronym: KISS.
Oh,
Keep it short and simple, and I have
that's
to
yeah.
constantly tell myself that.
Mhm,
So um, I try really not. I try not to change up what he has taught me.
mhm,
Um,
mhm.
I'll show you just a real quick example. Everything is short and simple. I thought I was prepared here. So this is how long my newsletters are.
Oh, wow.
Very short, very simple.
But
Uh,
very concise, I'm assuming.
yeah. So
Yeah.
this was the first one. This was the winner. Very short and sweet.
Woo, yeah, yeah.
And
Mhm,
I just follow Joshua's formula. You just start off, I kind of think of it like a research paper. So I start off with a title that's really catchy. I try to put alliteration in there, like
mhm, mhm.
designing your dream, or if it's since it's July, my next newsletter is going to be like hot, hotter, hottest.
That's cute. I
So
like that.
and then underneath it, what told me to do, and I still do it right here, you have you have to tell your reader exactly what you want them to do. So let me help you design your dream, or ask
Mhm,
me about cancel for any reason insurance.
mhm.
And then I have two short little excerpts. So these are like my paragraphs.
Uh-huh.
They're
Mhm,
short, they're more like 2 to 3 sentences, and they
mhm.
always have a thesis, what I want the client to do. And then it always has a call to action. And it's a very specific call to action. So it's not like book your cruise today, because client will get online and book their own cruise. So
That's
they will. That's true.
oh, yes, I do know that.
So it's very specific. I will
Mhm,
have the little call to action button, like click here to see this deal,
mhm,
or click here to join my webinar next Wednesday. So it's very, very specific on what you want them to do, because they will follow you if you tell them exactly what to do. But if you're
mhm.
vague, they'll just, find their own way to book it or whatever.
Right, right. Well, oh gosh, that's Joshua has given you excellent
It
advice.
has. And I try to get it to where they can read the whole thing in 2 to 3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So I
Mhm,
keep it short and simple. That's the kiss. Keep it short. The simple part is you want it on a level that they can all understand. You don't want to use these high vocabulary
right.
words. You want to just keep it
Mhm.
simple, fifth to eighth grade reading level, which everybody's like, really? What is that? But if anyone wants to email me, I can
Okay.
put them on my newsletter
Mhm. Just
list,
add
and
'em to
now
your
I
contact
can,
list. Mhm.
yeah, and they can see exactly what I do, and
Yeah,
I'm
great.
more than happy to share, and you can steal it if you
Mhm.
want. And I know Evan has a lot of great content too, so if people are
He does, he does, and they are just constantly cooking up new stuff,
Mhm.
so, I always tell everyone, you need to be signed into WorldVia Pro
Hey, I know.
every day to see what's going on.
And sometimes you get so busy that it's nice to just steal that from somebody else, you know.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you've got that, you've got agent profiler, you've got all these
Mhm.
things to keep up on and training, and it's just like,
Uh-huh.
ah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
So, are you you're doing the newsletter once per month?
I I have not been, no.
Mm.
Been doing it every quarter, and
Oh, okay.
I need to do it more. I need to. I'm gonna promise myself to get better at that.
Mhm.
I just at first I had you get so many emails all the time, and you just
Right,
sometimes I just get inundated, and didn't want to do that to my clients. I wanted them to know, boy, when I get one, they're gonna better open it because they haven't had one in a few months. But
right.
uh, I'm gonna do one at the end of July, and then I'm gonna do one again in September for
Mhm,
my announcing my groups because I
mhm,
want them to
mhm.
join my group. So I will probably start doing them every other month.
Oh, okay.
And I
Okay.
know some people do it weekly,
Mhm.
and that's great too.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about your time and your schedule and
Yeah,
what works for you. So I could see the weekly could get to be a bit much, and it's also your customer list.
right,
What's
right,
comfortable for them.
right.
So, what kind of groups? Now you're here in Texas, so we've got a lot of opportunities for cruises out of Galveston.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on maybe some future groups out of
Yes, I
Galveston?
just I had one this summer in June, and I had a group of 25
Uh-huh.
go, and none of them really knew each other. I just blocked the rooms, and the closer it got to the deadline, the more people are, looking at the
Uh-huh.
current
Uh,
prices, and they're like, "Wow, you've got a great deal."
yeah.
And because we're the President's Circle, Travel Quest is, they all got a free upgraded meal, so that was something
Wow.
awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have one going for next summer
Mhm.
as well, and I'll start advertising that, but people will wait to the last minute, and then I'll say, "Do you see what the prices are now? Do you see what I'm getting them for?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, you know,
Now, when you have a group like that, do you schedule and have cruise nights where everyone can come and you give a presentation? Have you done that?
no, but that's a great idea. Well, okay, so 2 Thursdays ago, I presented at the Frisco Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, there
Yes.
were about 120 people there.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
I've had a lot of people email me, and we had a meeting this morning, a chamber meeting, and everybody said, "Hey, I want to talk to you about that cruise." I put a lot of pictures on the
Mhm,
screen and
mhm.
had a
So
little
you
break.
went to a chamber meeting this morning?
Yeah, this morning.
Were
So
you
I'm an
wearing were
ambassador.
you wearing your Hollywood outfit?
No,
Just curious.
but you know what? I have worn this before with a leather skirt. I have worn this before.
So that's great, because if you are active with your Chamber of Commerce
Mhm.
and just other business leaders, that can really open you up for more group travel
It
and,
does.
yeah,
It really.
referrals. Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
really does. And people get on the chamber, especially if they're new to the city, and they say, "Oh, I'm looking for a travel agent, and here's a local one." And they usually trust somebody if they're,
Mhm.
involved in the chamber. So
Yes.
it is done
Mhm.
really well for my business.
So how did you promote your groups? Was it just your email or referrals?
I put it on Facebook.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
that's probably 75% of my business
Mhm,
is
mhm,
putting something on Facebook.
mhm.
I know my next newsletter at the very bottom, it has Hard Rock is having a special right now where every day that you're there, you get one activity. So you can go to Eshkaret or you can go to get a spa. It's all free.
Mhm,
So I will put that on Facebook,
mhm,
and
mhm, mhm.
probably 75-80% of my sales will just be my friends going, "Oh, a deal, a deal." Um,
And what about groups for land tours? Do you do any of those? Um,
I haven't yet. It's mostly been cruises. So I need to expand in that area. I know I have a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, I want to go to Europe. I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to
Mhm.
those kind of land tours." But I just haven't gotten my act together with that yet.
Well, it seems like you've been pretty busy with this other business, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Um, is there a cruise line that you focused on for your cruise groups?
Um, this last one was the Allure out of Galveston because the clients, most of them are, Oklahoma and Texas, so they just drove down
Mhm,
there.
mhm,
I did 2 years ago, I did take a group to Alaska on Norwegian,
mhm.
and
Okay.
that was really fun. I'm really getting into the destination weddings. I just got back from doing a destination wedding that I booked, and I went down there to kind of make sure everything goes well, and I'm
Mhm.
glad I went. So there's a lot of thank you Southwest Airlines for allowing free changes for flights because they all wanted to stay longer. They're like, "Oh, we're just gonna go stay in so and so's room." I'm like, "No, it doesn't work that way." So I had
No.
to redo about 25 transfers
Oh
and
my
get
gosh.
about 25 people another night. So I'm glad I went. That was definitely something I need to continue to do in the future. Is
So you were on site
I
there
was oh
when
yes.
they decide, oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were texting me, where do I go for this? Where do I go for that? Where's the rehearsal? Where's the
Oh my gosh.
this restaurant or that restaurant? Or I missed my flight because it was a lot of young kids and a lot of them missed their flights, so I had to call the transfer company and make sure that we could switch that around. And Amstar was great helping with that. So
Mhm, mhm.
mhm.
So, it sounds like if you put together a group trip for a land tour, you probably could get a lot of people just to come and go with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would hope so. Yes,
Do
that
you
would be the plan.
and do you have a good contact list? Have you been growing that through these couple of years, 3
um, yeah, I have. I mean, I pretty much know clients a lot. Like especially after I send out a newsletter, I get a lot of emails um, saying, "Hey, I saw your newsletter. I can't do that, but do you have anything else?"
Oh,
Or
okay.
so they'll say, "Oh, I can't go those dates," or "I can't, I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to go to
Mhm,
Jamaica. What do you have in Jamaica?" So,
mhm, mhm,
and then a lot of times clients will just email me and they'll say, "Hey, we want to do this, that, or the other. If you see a good deal,
mhm.
email me." So I kind of try to keep a little notebook with where everybody wants to go. And
That's a good idea.
I
Yeah.
said, please watch my Facebook because that's just where I put all
Mhm.
the deals. So.
So I notice on your website, after we create, you celebrate, you have that button where they can get started.
Mhm.
Now, if someone sends you in a request that way, do you charge them a fee to plan the trip?
I have not charged fees yet. Um, I know I probably should. I just haven't. Most of my when I first started, all my clients were my teacher friends,
Mhm, mhm.
and I've been there, done that. I know it's they're spending everything they can just to go on a trip.
Right.
So I have not charged fees,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking about when you're doing a real quick little Vax quote, it takes you 3 minutes. So
Right.
I'm thinking about well, let me, after X amount, you're going to have to start paying a fee. And
Yeah.
I just started doing FITs in Europe, and oh, they're a lot of work. So I'm going to
Yes,
have
they
to,
are. Well, you might want to consider, some of the members charge a plan to go fee.
yes,
And if they book the trip, then you apply that.
yes, that's
Yeah.
definitely on my list. I've just got to figure out the credit card side of it. Technology,
Mhm.
not my favorite thing. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to run
Yes.
the credit card? How am I got to figure all that out. So,
Yes. Well, I know that we're working on some options to in the future to
Mm,
make that easier for our members to do
yeah,
that.
that's
So
what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting
but in the meantime,
on.
it's really easy, like, if you, book trips through Vax, to add a little go to booking administration and add a little something in there, and that's a way to collect an extra
Yeah,
fee. So,
and I did the beds online training
mhm,
the other night with through you all, and
mhm.
they were talking about adding fees there, and I really never have, but I thought, I probably should do that.
Yes, yes, especially in some of those hotels, if you see that the commission's not that great, but it's
Hmm.
still the same amount of work.
Yep.
So, yes, yes. Well, this is great. So I can't wait to see you at Travel Quest World. It's going to be such a fun meeting. We've
It
got
is.
a um, lot planned, and in the meantime, I'm going to be watching. I loved your website and the blog, and I'll go in there occasionally and see what you've got going on, see what you're up to,
Oh,
and just um, just stay in touch. And I look forward to seeing you at World.
yeah, and group immersion. I don't know. Are you going to that one too?
I am. We've got a lot of things planned for the future for the group immersion. So yes,
So
yes,
I'll be there too in Atlanta.
that'll be great.
Yeah. And then if anybody wants my newsletter,
Oh yes,
do you want me
yeah. It's would they send it to the Quality Travel 1234? Is that a good one?
at
Yeah,
gmail.com?
at
And then I'll
gmail.com.
just put you on my list and you'll get one in end of July and then again in September. And
I think I'm going to do that.
yeah, and then you can just kind of see how I format it. It's not anything I created, it's all Joshua. And
Well, I've learned if you do what Joshua says, life goes much
it
smoother.
really does. It really does. He is amazing. And Britta had her little training session
Ah,
on how to use
yes.
it. First, I was like, oh my gosh, what? Wait, I'm on step one and I'm lost. So, a friend of mine was really good with technology and came over and walked me through it. And it really,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
no
It's
excuses. I'm talking to me. No excuses. I need to get that.
well,
So,
that's great. I'm so glad that you're using all the tools that, your, plan offers, and you take advantage of that, so that's great.
I'm trying. I'm trying. I mean, I know we all get busy and we all have great,
Mhm.
and I just need to really follow through. I used to have 1 hour a week where I'd work on my agent profiler or my
Mhm.
newsletter
Mhm.
website. And then you get these groups, and it's like, hallelujah, I have groups. And you're just like, I have groups.
Now
My
I'm
style,
swamped.
like, I need to take a break. And then you're like, I get out of the habit. I mean, we all do that.
Yeah,
We're human.
yeah.
So I just have to be more intentional about using. And Travel Quest has so much. I get overwhelmed. And I'm like, oh,
Me
I
too.
training. I know. It's like they have so much training, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have
Mhm.
to kind of think which one is going to be most beneficial to me,
Right. Yeah,
and
that's true. Yeah,
and
we have something going on now just practically every
every
day.
day, yeah.
Yes, yes.
And they always say, I'm always like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go back and watch that recording, and then it's like, yeah, that never happens. So I try to do it immediately, like,
Mhm. That's smart.
but it
Yeah.
doesn't always happen that way because we're human. But yeah, I know, and I've talked to some other people. I had a couple of people who I've brought along to Travel Quest, and
Mhm.
I always talk to them about this agent profiler is huge. You don't have to pay for that; it's part of your plan.
Right.
And
Yes.
um, one of my friends was a travel agent with another agency, and I just kept bragging on Travel Quest and how much
Mhm.
they provide. And so she made the switch, and she's at Travel Quest, and she's so impressed about how quickly the
Yeah.
responses are when you email
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
call. It's just immediately.
That's great.
And so many compliments to Travel Quest and all they're doing.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Well, I thank you for the entire team.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Well, I know you've got a busy day. Earlier, before we started the recording, you're busy writing tickets and doing all kinds of stuff. So
Yep.
I will let you go now, but I look forward to seeing you.
Yeah. See you in a few weeks.
All right. You have a good day.
You too. Bye, everybody.